From the play that forever immortalized the Eagles to the jaw-dropping one-handed catches that sent the Super Bowl crowd into a frenzy. While some matches have you glued to the seat, other times fans are mesmerized by one seemingly impossible feat in the game. Here are some of the most viral NFL moments. To start off with, we had the Philadelphia Eagles using a deception play in the game against the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 52 on February 4, 2018. On the 1-yard line, the play was called for a fourth down. It was done so well that, according to viewers, it was one of the best ones performed yet. In the shotgun configuration for the play, quarterback Nick Foles shifted to the right side of the offensive line.
Watch that speech. Watch Jason.
That was a beautiful speech.
Unbelievable.
That was right up there with Dr. Martin Luther King.
Corey took the direct snap and passed the ball to Trey Burton in the tight end while he was going in reverse. Burton then completed a jaw-dropping throw to Foles for a score because he was wide open in the end zone after slipping out of the backfield. The play that let the Eagles hammer the Patriots 41-33 was nicknamed the Philly Special. But it seems that the Philly Special isn't the greatest moment out there. The match between the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks turned into a nerve-wracking buzzer beater. Tom Brady engineered 2 touchdown drives to help the Patriots rally from a 10-point fourth-quarter deficit. But out of nowhere, New England transformed that 10-point deficit into a 4-point advantage. Seattle, though, was given a chance to stage a comeback. With little over a minute left, Seahawks quarterback Russell Wilson led his team to the New England Patriots 5-yard line. Bill Belichick, the head coach of the Patriots, could have told the Patriots defense to let Seattle score, but he didn't this time.
What happened and how fast they happen, tight ends and backs coming in or outside receivers coming into your zone.
Marshawn Lynch ran with the ball to the 1-yard line for New England. Only 26 seconds left, New England decided against using a timeout, allowing Seattle to execute their next play. As Seattle decided to throw the ball, Malcolm Butler, a rookie at the time, successfully intercepted Wilson's pass intended for Ricardo Lockett near the goal line. The Patriots were able to run out the time after gaining control of the ball thanks to Butler's pick, which gave them the win. The last heart-stopping minutes of the game gained millions of views on social media, and it wasn't the only one gaining all of those views online. The vertical leap made by DK Metcalf at the 2019 NFL Combine was one for the history books. For someone built like him, being 6'3" and 228 pounds, a 40.5-inch vertical jump is unfathomable. Many were astounded by his tremendous power and athleticism, and the video of his jump soon gained popularity on social media. Metcalf excelled in other combine tests as well, completing a 4.33-second 40-yard sprint and registering an 11-foot 2-inch broad jump in addition to his excellent vertical leap. His performance led to the Seattle Seahawks selecting him as one of the top wide receiver prospects in the second round of the 2019 NFL Draft. Looks like he's making it up in the world, but it seems that he isn't the only one.
Down because I have started to feel the pushback from trainers and nutritionists, but
wide receiver for the New York Giants, Odell Beckham Jr., has made a name for himself as one of the best in the NFL today. But what really put his athletic prowess into the spotlight was a fantastic catch against the Giants. In each of his first 2 professional seasons, he amassed more than 1,300 yards and was selected for the Pro Bowl. Of course, Week 12's game against the Dallas Cowboys was the most memorable event of Beckham's rookie year. Eli Manning, the quarterback for the Giants, threw a ball during the game from close to midfield towards the entrance of the end zone. Beckham overcame CB Brandon Carr and the sideline by pulling off an excellent one-handed catch to land the ball in the end zone. Beckham's catch ultimately won the 2015 ESPY award for the most incredible play. His contributions resulted in having a big influence on winning the match. Well, as far as influence goes, Tim Tebow certainly doesn't seem to be lacking any. Whether you like him or not, you gotta admit the former NFL quarterback has significantly impacted the league throughout his career. Tebow played 3 NFL seasons and appeared in 35 games after being selected by the Denver Broncos in the first round of the 2010 draft. They came 25th overall, with Denver playing host to the Pittsburgh Steelers to start the postseason. Tebow's most memorable NFL moment happened during this playoff game.
Recruiting the students to come try out because we needed more players.
And that's just, and I also had
Denver had received the opening kickoff in overtime as the Broncos and Steelers finished regulation knotted at 23. Tebow then hit wide receiver Demaryius Thomas in the center of the field on the opening play of the extra time. The game-winning score was then carried 80 yards by Thomas on the throw. Even if it wasn't the prettiest game-winning pass we've seen in the playoffs, it was still an iconic moment. Being undoubtedly the most recognizable play to emerge from the era, it was dubbed Tebow time in the NFL. There were only a few memorable NFL moments that stick out as much, but the one that definitely does is when the Denver Broncos won Super Bowl 32, following the Broncos' 31-24 victory against the Green Bay Packers, which was quarterback John Elway's first Super Bowl triumph of his illustrious career.
And when I came out of the huddle, we were in shotgun, and I looked out, and it was a different coverage.
Broncos owner Pat Bowlen held the Lombardi Trophy and declared, "This one's for John." Let's fast forward to the 2015 season's conclusion and Super Bowl 50. Elway, the vice president of football operations at the time, led the Broncos back to the championship game. Denver defeated the Carolina Panthers 24-10 to win the game and claim a second Lombardi Trophy. But because of his Alzheimer's condition, Bowlen resigned as the Broncos CEO in 2014. And still has the primary ownership of the organization. Bowlen and his more than 30 years of ownership of the team were honored by Elway during his post-game speech. Elway proudly exclaimed, lifting the Lombardi high in the air, "This one's for Pat." His post-game speech left people with tears in their eyes, and it will live on in people's memories of the game forever.
You know, obviously going in the Hall of Fame, I think it's long overdue, but just a tremendous player, tremendous leader, very physical.
But a moment that brought tears to my eyes is next on the list. The New England Patriots and the New York Giants played in the Super Bowl. It featured a miraculous Giants drive that produced the game-winning touchdown twice. With 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter with a 2-point deficit, New York seized command. The Patriots would have likely won if the defense had made a stop on the series. Eli Manning, the Giants quarterback, led his team 88 yards for the game-winning touchdown. The last drive is most remembered for Ahmad Bradshaw's touchdown run with just a little under a minute left. The Patriots permitted Bradshaw to enter the end zone to protect one final. The score was dubbed perhaps the craziest play in Super Bowl history by Joe Posnanski of SI.com. Coach Bill Belichick chose to let Bradshaw score, giving New England a chance on a last drive. The Giants prevailed 21-17 after New England's last drive ended in a failed Hail Mary. The victory was sealed by a strong Giants defense and some late-game heroics from Manning and company. But one odd play sticks out above the rest. When Manning and the Denver Broncos played the San Francisco 49ers in October 2014, he broke one of the records for most prolific play in league history. He needed 3 touchdowns to win the game to surpass Brett Favre's previous record of all-time throwing touchdowns. Then, in the second quarter, Manning accomplished the accomplishment with an 8-yard pass to wide receiver Demaryius Thomas. Manning surpassed all other touchdown throwers in NFL history with the pass. That's all for the most viral NFL player moments.